This is my this is Cheeky, and we are going to play some Destiny 2 today. Now, this is not going to be all of what I am going to be doing. I am going to be doing a tutorial and a walkthrough through Destiny 2 from when the city has fallen all the way to the Dream City in Gambit. So we're going to be going through the main story. We're going to be going through Warmind, the Curse of Osiris, and Forsaken. Now, shall we get started? Now, if you're relatively new to Destiny, it's a first-person shooter that I personally enjoy. Not too many people like it for reasons I have no idea why, but I found the story to be enlightening. It really pulled me in. It was enticing, and it just made me feel like I just really got involved into it, you know? So, start up with our menu, get everything loaded up, of course. Let it load up. Okay, now we are at the main menu for the select character. As you can see, I've had a Titan that I've been working on, kind of dinking around. But we are going to, instead of going through the middle of the game, we will create a new Guardian. Now, when you create your Guardian, you have Titans, you have Hunters, and you have Warlocks. In my opinion, everybody's opinion is different, of course. Titans are usually the best ones to start out with. They can take the most damage. They're pretty much the frontline defenses. And they're, in my opinion, a lot easier to manage. Hunters. I kind of got mixed feelings about Hunters. I mean, they're a good class. They're really mobile. Excuse me. They're really mobile, and they've got a lot to offer. But their armor and their defense isn't all that good, but the regenerating time is amazing. Warlocks are pretty much, they rely mainly on their powers, magic users. This is my personal favorite, are Warlocks. So we will start with a Warlock. And then you've got, you can just customize your character however you want. We'll go with, let me see. We'll go with human male. Nope. Oh my goodness, that looks ridiculous, huh? Eye color, we'll go with yellow. Buzz his head down one time. Markings, doesn't really matter. You got face paint. You got all these right here. You can make your Guardian however you want, whatever suits your fancy. The race and gender doesn't really matter on anything, so you can do that however you please. We finish our Guardian, and ta-da! Our Warlock is created. Now let's get started. and I will be letting all cutscenes ride through.
Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my safe space. Can't you tell?
Cade 6, everybody's favorite.
What have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall was gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What do the set feeds tell us?
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No. I mean, they're not there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Battle stations! Everyone with me!
And the city just absolutely gets shit on.
Hang on!
That's one way to launch an attack.
Repeat, tower approach. This is City Hawk 723. Anyone home?
I've always wondered
No response on
how it
any
would be
channels.
to be actually a
Emergency
guardian.
frequencies. What is going on back
If you
there?
played the first one through the story mode, in the very beginning, your body was dead for
Forget I
thousands
said
of
that.
years,
Fly fast.
and your ghost came and revived you. To pretty much become a warrior of the galaxy to defend everything that is good. If I was going to be a guardian, I would probably be a Titan or a Warlock, to be honest.
Let's get moving. We need to find Zavala, Ikora, and Cade.
And the city is just in complete shambles.
Zavala! This doesn't make sense. The Cabal
Now, an
conquer
important
systems
thing
by
to
blowing
remember
up
in
planets.
this is when you are fighting,
Must be here.
sometimes
In the last
every
city.
single bullet counts.
This is Commander
So
Zavala.
make sure you
Civilians,
always have your
report to
weapon
evac points.
loaded.
Guardians, rendezvous in the plaza. Our city will not fall.
Cade.
Hey, you two. Give me a sec.
And then Cade, of course, handling his business. I'm not really a fan of the hunters, but Cade, he's my favorite character on this whole game. He's witty, he's funny, and they just made, I think they made Zavala and Ikora just way too serious.
Over here, Warlock. My armory is open to you. Follow the path from there. It will lead you through the Hatter to the plaza. I'll take care of these people. If the Cabal want war, give them war.
And that was Jack. Okay, now, before we go any further, you open up your menu. You're gonna have, of course, your weapon slots. You got primaries, secondaries, and these right here, power weapons, which are pretty much the heavy weapons, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, you know, swords. Those are mainly the heavy weapons. The ghosts, the shell, you can get numerous shells throughout the game, and then of course your armor set. Now they started me with Voidwalker, so, but there is also other powers that you can obtain as you play the game. Now we got Glimmer, which is your money. You can buy armor, weapons, whatnot. Legendary shards, you can use them to fuse together armor or weapons to make it stronger. And Bright Dust is where you can use to buy, you know, vehicles, skins, what have you. Now, I am not a part of a clan, but down here is your clan banner. If you are running with somebody who also plays Destiny, you can invite you to their clan. Their clan flag will be right here. You will have weekly challenges and milestones that you must complete as a crew, as a clan to get everything up and rolling. Get better gear, level up a lot quicker. It's good to roll with a clan. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want. You could be a lone guardian if you want. You can still level up just fine, but I find working with other people, it's a lot easier, especially later on in the game. There are raids where you are going to need other people to help you. You can't ride it alone. So, and then now let's get started. Oops. Now, every class has their unique jump, I should say. Warlocks, they can glide through the air. Hunters can have double or triple jumps where they don't glide. And Titans have one where you glide, but it seems like once you're gliding done, you just fall. So you really got to be careful, and you really got to practice with everybody's abilities. It's just like any game. Get used to the controls, find out which one suits you best, and run with it. If you're feeling real bold, you just go up and melee attack. A melee attack will take up a lot more than some of the guns, but you also got to get real up close and personal. So if you're running low on health, unless they're running right at you, I would suggest at least throwing a grenade. Like so. That's a void grenade. It just pretty much sucks their soul out. I like to cycle through my weapons and use different shit. Now, when your health is starting to go down, what you need to do is find a spot where you can hide and regenerate your health, because your ghost will regenerate your health over time.
Okay,
now, see, that is where the warlock and the hunter are actually decent classes, because they can heal really, really quickly as you progress farther into the game. Titans, they heal, but it takes them a while to actually regenerate, but Titans can take a lot of damage.
At any cost.
Now, there will be certain areas in the game, if you're riding by yourself, that you will encounter other players. See, we have a Titan over here, we have another Titan over here.
This line is the last civilian to sit here with.
In this part, now when the missiles start coming, you do want to be either in Zavala's shield or off to the side over here. You do not want to be in front of them, missiles. Now these right here, you can use to charge up your super just a little quicker. See, that was the Warlock's Voidwalker super. It was called a Nova Bomb. Now everybody's got their own unique. Everybody's got their own unique supers, but it also depends on what class you use, or what subclass you use, and what type of guardian you're using.
Stay inside my shield! More Red Legion! Show them what Guardians are made of!
Ooh. See. Sometimes these battles can get really, really hectic. So you gotta duck and move, dodge and weave. You gotta do anything and everything, use everything that you have at your disposal. Because when you're getting overpowered, sometimes you're just gonna have to clear the whole area out in a hot second.
The last of the shuttles is away, but the speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
I've got the plaza. Go with Ikora. Find the speaker.
We're on it, Commander.
Everybody remembers this poor guy right here, standing in the same spot, sweeping for 3 years. And with all the chaos and destruction, he is still faithful to his word. Gotta give respect to the sweepy bot.
Ikora, the speaker is gone. Red Legion, you will take no more from us. And you will find no mercy in me!
Now there is the three main mentors for this. I probably should have mentioned this towards the beginning of the gameplay. Is of course Zavala, Ikora, and Kay. Zavala is the mentor for the Titan, so if you're riding a Titan subclass, you're going to be messing with him a lot. Ikora is in charge the warlocks, and Cade is the one that looks after the hunters. So, I mean, you'll be working with all of them, but your class determines on who you work with the most. Since I am a warlock, I am going to be under Ikora's leadership. Oop.
Someone told me
He
you need
took
a
me
ride.
with him. And Amanda Holiday was right there to get me. Oh, there she is.
Zavala, picked up that Guardian you never shut up about?
Get them on that command ship, now!
Hold on back there! Come on, big guy. Do something. Guardian, time to kick him where it hurts.
Oh, Amanda Holiday, if only you knew.
Let us know when the shields are down and we'll hit that ship with everything we got.
Excuse me just 1 minute. I apologize, everybody. Okay.
Could help. Let me take a look. Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship.
Now, there is 2 weak spots on usually every enemy. For these guys, these bright things on their back are weaknesses, and obviously headshots, which goes for everybody. But as you progress through the game, you will encounter Fallen, you'll encounter all the others, the Hive, more Cabal, and besides headshot, every alien race has a secondary weakness. Throughout gameplay and future videos, I will explain and show more if you stick around. If you don't, well, then get fried.
What's your status?
Low on ammo. Old flaming pit. Kept burning out. Anyone heard from Ikora?
Nuts, wait for the speaker. Form up! On me!
La-di-da-di-da, running through chaos. And smack dab in the middle of a war. That's alright though. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, he completely dodged my Nova Bomb. Oh. Oh my goodness. See, and this is what happens when you're not really aware of your surroundings. You always got to make sure that your weapon is loaded. Because I don't know how many times I've been caught with my pants down trying to reload my weapon and they ended up shooting me. And it's not just on Destiny. I've done it on GTA. I've done it on Wildlands. I've done it on Far Cry. I mean, it's a bad way to die. It's a bad way to get fucking knocked down when you're trying to reload your weapon and they just fill you with lead. Oh, they're about to get me. Oh no, they're about to get me. I better hide. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for viewing, showing your support.
The shield generator should be straight ahead.
Goodbye, sucker.
Alright, destroy the turbines. The shield should...
No. For these, it's really, I mean, it's not that difficult. These parts right here, this glowing part, this is what you have to shoot out until it goes red.
Like that.
There's 3 of them. That's 1, so we'll run over here. Now, it's a good idea, I mean, unless you're real quick on your feet with your Guardian. Don't get down here, because if you get hit by these, yeah, that will fuck you up with a quickness.
Heat levels rising. It's working.
Oh no! Wait until this goes over my head. I forgot how much the Warlock's jump sucked.
Zavala, we did it. The shields are down.
Uh-oh. No comms from Zavala.
Amanda, we're headed topside. Amanda!
And Amanda's gone too. And the Traveler just got taken over. How would you like to turn around to that big ugly motherfucker?
Without light.
and your powers get taken away from you.
Guardian, something's wrong.
The ghost is disabled, and you're pretty much disabled. You're just nothing but an average human.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you.
Super backhand.
Your kind never deserved the power you were given. I am Null, and your light is mine.
Sorry about that, had to get at my phone real quick. But after the cutscene goes, you are critically injured. You're fucked. You can't use no weapons, and the city that you once called home is just absolute shambles. And all you can really do is just walk slowly. Now, I've actually tried to walk around and see if I can be spotted by any of the Cabal to see what would happen, and there's nowhere that you can go, and you would figure that they would see a Guardian with all of these guys around here, all the Cabal around here. You figured they would see a Guardian damn near on his last breath walking through just shambles. Now, when I first played this, when I saw this ship up here with the spotlight, I thought for sure, okay, I'm going to need to try to find another way, or I'm going to need to be quicker. But you can stand right here, their light can shine, see, light shining right on you, and nothing happens, which I suppose is a good thing. top-notch warriors and tanks. Those guys right there, you will have fun with those, but we need to get our Guardian up to standards a little more. But your ghost is alive.
You're alive.
Barely, but it's alive.
I can heal you, but I can't resurrect you. Not since.
I just find it odd. They give me a gun with no ammo. Not that it would really help me here, because I would get completely demolished if I tried.
Everything. The Red Legion is killing powerless guardians.
So we gotta escape the city.
We have to get out of here.
But we will be back when we're ready.
I'm picking up an emergency
Because I will be doing a
broadcast.
series of Destiny 2 walkthrough. Like I said in the beginning, all the way from
Planet.
the fall of the city, all the way to the brand new DLC they have called Forsaken. So we'll go through the story, and then I believe Warmind will be the next one after the story, and then after that will be Curse of Osiris, and then Forsaken. In I believe November or December of 2018, they will be coming out with their second DLC for year 2. I don't know exactly what it's called. I'd have to look it up. But it's after Forsaken. But I'm not going to get too much into details. I'm not going to give no spoilers. So don't forget to hit the subscribe and that like button for Money Team Elite. We play anything else. We play Destiny, we play GTA, we play Borderlands. You name it, we'll put it up here.
That could be us. Guardian, if you die, I can't
Absolutely
resurrect you.
fucked. Without their powers,
Very careful.
they just absolutely got shit mixed. Got Dead Hunter. I believe that's a Titan. I believe that one was a Titan as well. Hunter, another Hunter. I kind of find it odd that Warlocks in this little campsite, Warlocks are nowhere to be found. Warlock Master Race, just saying, everybody. See, now I picked up a submachine gun. Even though my gun's all burnt to shit, I could still use it. Sometimes you gotta pull clutch on these guys.
It's that Falcon again. Is it following us? Or are we following it?
Now today's video, I'm only going to be doing an hour. So about 20 more minutes of this video. This is more just kind of like the introduction. I will be pushing out more Destiny 2 videos. I don't know about today. I might push one out tomorrow. Just depends on what my schedule looks like. But I will for sure, for all you Destiny fans, I will be pushing out videos at least twice a week. It'll vary on the time. Some videos I'll do an hour. If I'm doing raids or nightfalls or whatnot, it might be a little longer because raids can take a while. But as far as going through the story missions, the storyline for Destiny, we'll average about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. That's why it's always critical to move your Guardian around and make sure you use all of your weapons and all of your abilities to your advantage. Now, right now, since my power is gone, I'm really just limited to my guns and my melee. I don't have any of my powers. I can't do the jump. It's just a normal jump. So. Yep, almost fell. That'd have been some shit. Boing. And no matter how many times I've tried, I've always tried to make that shit. And when it looked like I was about to, it just fell. It falls right into the cutscene.
Oh, look. Somebody lying around. Things must be worse than I thought. And that's our cue. Time to go, people!
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That Falcon, it belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis, the best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too. Time to make yourself useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin them up! Got a long flight ahead of us!
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power, and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Oh. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominus have? guessed. So, you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
Ooh, and the plot thickens. So it looks like the speaker wasn't dead after all.
Coming up on the European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a while.
Look, do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing? They call it the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
Alright, and we have arrived at the farm. This is one of a couple, how would I say it? I guess, it's like an area where you can gather with other people. I'm drawing a blank right now. Pretty much a safe spot where you can buy shit and everything. A public lobby. But this area is a public lobby, and as you can see, there's really nobody here because you need to go to that place. See where all that smoke and that lightning is coming from? You need to go there first. But before we go, let's go over here and talk to her.
Do you wish me to decrypt something? Oh. I'm glad to see you safe. I am Tyra.
Goodbye, Tyra. Then we come up here, talk to Hawthorne.
You and me. This is a lot of civilization. For me, at least. Of course.
Now,
I've been living outside the city half my life.
now, a lot of these people that you can talk to, they will have gear that you can grab or that you can purchase from them. If you have enough glimmer, you can buy it. Like, for example, the Bond of Refuge. That is pretty much, it's an armband to where you can have better defenses. You got refugee gloves, refugee helm, and the Helios HC1. Hand cannons are really good weapons to have. They're pretty much handheld shotguns.
Don't you be my first.
So, what we'll do now, what you need to do is when you pull up your character, I mean, I understand the, you know, it looks all cool, it looks fancy and everything, the arm piece, but it really matters on your defenses. You gotta make sure you have good defenses. Even if your character looks completely ridiculous, it is always good to have the best armor. Now, for stuff that is lower, like for example, this one has a 21 defense, this one has a 10 defense. You can choose to keep it, or you can dismantle it for glimmer. I always dismantle the weaker stuff. See, I got 25 glimmer for that. So now I am going to buy, I'll buy the hand cannon, the helmet, and the gloves. I go to my menu, and the same thing goes for weapons as well. Now notice here, I had this submachine gun, Now, my power level is 11. When you equip better weapons and better armor, for example, like this is a 10, this is a 19, I switch over to the hand cannon and my power level goes up. It's always good to have the strongest weapons and the strongest armor that you can get. It will be very, very vital in your progress. And make sure you do it often, because you will be picking up a lot of armor, you will be picking up a lot of weapons, you will be picking up a lot of stuff on your journey that will help you. But you've got to always switch out. And there is also another thing. You can actually change the color of your Guardian's whole outfit. But I would recommend that you don't do any shaders, because I mean, yeah, you can have your Guardian look cool. You excuse me. You advance further in the story and you get better armor, you switch that out, and the shader does not stay with the armor that you put on. Whatever armor you have on, that shader will stay with that armor. So for example, if I were to put a shader on this helmet right here, I say I want to make it, let's say, blue or green. I can do that if I have shaders in my inventory. But if I get another helmet that is stronger than this one, you cannot take the shader off of the helmet, and you would be pretty much wasting it. I suggest wait until you get the absolute strongest armor that you can acquire, as excuse me, as far as where your game is. If you just have the original game without the DLCs, all the way up to Curse of Osiris, Warmind, Forsaken, however far you are.
Bye.
And then we are going to go over to this ship right here. Okay, why aren't you going? Come on now. Oh, open director. You gotta go to it. It's called the Spark. It's the only piece of the Traveler that got broken off that wasn't corrupted by Gaul's machine. So it still has a little bit of the light to where, well, pretty much getting your powers back. My crappy little spaceship, but hey, it's better than nothing, right?
You sure you want to do this? That shard is the reason this place is called a dead zone.
We have to talk. It's a sign.
Yeah, a sign that says dead zone.
Now when it says respawning restricted, since we don't have our powers, it's been pretty much that rule since the beginning. But luckily in this part you get your powers back. Even if you have your powers, there will be points in the story mode where it will say respawning restricted. When it says that, you're pretty close to the end. You're pretty close to either getting rid of a boss, or you're about ready to pick up some vital equipment, but you need to go through a wave of enemies. So getting familiar with your Guardian, getting familiar with the controls, the weapons, everything is very vital. It's good to practice. It's very, very good to practice with this game, because if you don't know what you're doing, you will get shit mixed really bad.
Hawthorne, can you hear us? Signal's dead.
Raw.
Did you hear something?
Okay, these little ugly creatures, they are called the Fallen. And you gotta be especially careful of these guys right here. They're pretty much, they look like the hunters, but they can turn invisible. But you can see they'll have like a little glow around them. See, he had a glow around him before he attacked me. If you look for that glow, if you really keep your eyes peeled, you'll be able to find him no problem.
Those Fallen weren't wearing any house colors we've seen before.
When your screen gets like that, that means you're close to the end. With all the haze around it. Always look for these as well. These little loot boxes have glimmer. Like this one came with a weapon. So I can switch out this burnt out piece of shit for an auto rifle. Get rid of that. Oh. I have better gloves. There we go.
The shard of the Traveler. This is it. Right out of our vision.
Okay, now that I just ran into, those are called emblems. In the beginning, you'll get a lot of the white ones, but it goes from the most common to the rarest. It goes white, green, purple, and yellow. White is common, green is uncommon, purple is, I think, it's rare. They're rare items, and yellows are exotics. Exotics are the ones you always want to go after. The only downfall to those is you can only have one piece of exotic armor and one exotic weapon. Like, you can't have a full suit of armor that's all exotics. It won't let you. And understandably so, because that's strong. They're strong weapons and they're strong armor, and you pretty much would be deboing everybody. Everybody be wearing exotic. I know I would. I'm not even gonna lie. Ooh, spider bite. Now there is different types of weapons. There's fusion weapons. There's pistols, the hand cannons, side arms, swords. Not every pulse rifles. Oh, excuse me. And numerous other weapons. Now, me personally, it all depends on the mission with me. I feel comfortable with shotguns, hand cannons, and assault rifles. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I had a little coughing fit. Sorry about that. I mean, if you prefer to go head on with your enemies, hand cannons and shotguns, excuse me, and assault rifles are good choices. So are fusion rifles. Fusion rifles can deal heavy ass damage. If you're more of a sit back and pick them off, then there's of course sniper rifles, and there is also scout rifles, and pulse rifles can actually be good too. It all depends on which one. Oh no. Oh. You see, I got careless. I got super careless. Thought I could run around and debo everybody, but I realized I'm not a Titan, so... Oh, he dodged it. Always look for these engrams, because you never know when it'll give you something really good. And you could have a lucky chance as you progress further into the game. Sometimes I've had legendary engrams turn into exotic. Now, it is rare for that to happen, but it does happen.
I think we scared them away. Take me to the shard.
This is why we were led here. I haven't been as close to the Traveler's Light since... Do you feel it? Hold on to your helmet. Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes up, Guardian.
Eyes up, Guardian. Sorry about that. I have little ones, so they like to come in and give Daddy a hard time.
Time to shine.
See, when we started it was Voidwalker. Now with this, you get a flaming sword. You just fucking shit on everybody. With this one, you can pretty much throw fireballs from your sword, which I think is really fucking awesome. Oh no. Oh no. They're trying to get me. Now after we defeat this character right here, oh, he stomped his foot on me. Yeah. And that is the end of that mission. Now, when you gain levels, what you do is you go into your menu. Oh my, I have a lot of stuff. Dawn Blade, that's what it's called. You click triangle and you can pick whichever one you want. See, these are rifts. There's a healing rift, empowering rift, but I'm only a level 2, so I can only do this one if I please. But these are grenades, these are ways of movement, and these we won't get into until we get higher up. Those will be in future videos. But for right now, since we just have one, we'll upgrade that. What that does is you can cause a small area, say you're in the middle of a really heated battle and you're trying to run away. You're trying to run away, or you just can't find somewhere to hide to regenerate yourself for a little bit. Cast that healing rift, and it'll increase. It'll fill your health up. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It'll fill your health up over time. But if you're getting totally bombarded, it won't work really good 100%. So, oh, I wasn't done. Get rid of all my other weapons. See, now this one, I'm not really into sidearms, and I really don't care for them too much. But I always found that the spider bite was a little underrated, because it does have it has good handling, very good precision, and if you know how to use it, you can really fuck some people up with this gun. But I mean, of course. Oh, I thought this was a shotgun. I'm a dumbass. These are grenade launchers. I got mixed feelings on these, because I don't know, maybe I just suck with them or whatnot, but grenade launchers, I mean, if you know how to use them really good, they can be very effective tools. Sorry about that. They can be very effective tools if you know how to use them, if you feel comfortable with them. So, I think I'll go with the spider bite. Now, you don't have to get rid of all your weapons. Notice that they're both the same level, but this one will be a little bit more stronger because it's a special it's a special weapon, whereas this is just a primary, such as this. But I am going to stay with the spider bite. I like to keep a few weapons at my disposal because it all depends on what type of mission you're doing. There's some missions where you're going to need sniper rifle, where you got to pick off enemies, There's missions to where they're just going to completely bombard you, and you know, auto rifles and shotguns are always a good pick for those. My warlock looks so ridiculous right now. Straight refugee. Now that we have completed that mission and gotten our light back, now you can see there is other players. You can interact with them. Got little emotes. Give thanks. Point. Kneel down. You can buy a lot more emotes and switch them out if you like. But this is the end of this video. In my next video, we will continue on reclaiming the city. So don't forget, hit the subscribe, share, and the like button. Let Money Team be known. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and we hope that you remain faithful fans to us, and that you will accompany me in my journey from a refugee, pretty much a refugee warlock, to one of the strongest guardians in the galaxy. So don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a comment, show your love.